One. Welcome back to Chasing Serotonin. I'm SJ, and we're gonna do today a little bit different. We're just gonna have a conversation with the twins. All right. So today we're just gonna be talking about who are we when nobody's watching, right? So not the social media version, not the strong friend version, just the real us, right? And this day in time, with things that we're doing, with everything that's going on, are you healing or are you distracting yourself from healing?
I'm actually healing. Honestly, I'm actually healing.
Why you say that?
I used to distract myself, but I'm actually healing. I'm reading the Bible. I'm praying more. I'm fasting, talking to God, doing everything that I feel is right for me.
Mm-hmm.
When I'm out and about, I'm actually walking, stuff like that. It may not look like it. I'll be all right. But I'm actually, to what I think is healing. What you doing?
I'm starting the process of healing. Right? You starting to that phase of I gotta make sure I read my Bible every day. I gotta make sure I'm praying every day. I gotta make sure I'm doing what's supposed to be done. When you start those phases into getting to know God a little bit more by yourself, then that's how you know if you're healing or if you're distracting yourself. Some of us just distract ourselves with social media, with friends, with other worldly things, but you gotta get down and dirty and hustle for God, right?
That's right.
I just know sitting here, I'm just scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. That's a huge distraction.
That's true. The backstory about us is we grew up in the church, so it's nothing new to us, but it's something that we learn to do by ourselves instead of sitting in the church and letting the pastor do it for us. We know how to go to God for ourselves.
Yeah.
Being taught from our grandma, being taught from our godparents, being taught from our parents. So we know how to do that for ourselves and just put that into our day-to-day tasks.
Mm-hmm. So what version of yourself are you outgrowing right now? What's something about you that you don't want to do no more?
I'm outgrowing the version of me that wants to stay by themselves.
Oh,
try and be out and about. Don't do that, because you already know I'll be in my room. I'll be doing what I want to do by myself. But now I'm in the phase of life of actually trying to be around more people, especially because nowadays the times we got literally.
Mm-hmm.
So we got to be with each other when we can, and when we can't, at least reaching out to one another.
Mm-hmm.
What you doing?
I am outgrowing people. Some people you just gotta let go. Some people you gotta let go. In the season that they come in your life, you may feel like, hey, they here for me. They gonna be here for me until the end. But then they can't handle some circumstances and some changes. And you have to learn to grow by yourself. You have to learn to grow and go by yourself. So, you can outgrow people. It's gonna hurt a little bit, but once you get over it, it's done. And how many people on this earth? Enough. You're going to meet somebody else. So we're going to go into this segment called Debate. Debate time. All right. You ready to debate?
Yeah.
We ain't arguing. We debating. I need facts.
Whenever we debated, she always win. I just give up.
I need facts. All right. So the first couple of questions or debates that we're going to talk about is just stuff about us. Who does it better, right? Or who does it worse? All right. So first one, who handles stress the worst out of us? What do you think?
The worst?
Stress.
Probably me. I honestly say that because I'll be stressing about something and go to her. She be like, "Nigga, just do it."
Right.
What you stressing for? Just do it.
Well, we used to say YOLO. You just gotta get over it. Some stuff you're gonna be scared to do, but once it's done, you either do it right or you do it wrong.
If you do it wrong, that means you know how to do it better the next time.
You're learning a lesson. That's it. Who gives the worst advice but thinks it's good?
The worst advice?
Me? Me? Oh, I need an example. What I say? The worst advice? Dang.
Yes.
And I think it's good.
Yeah, could you tell her well, I met a friend and I think I should be doing this, and that. And she'll shut it down immediately. If you come to me, I'm gonna ask you questions: how you feel about this person, why you feel this way about this person. I want to know the details. She gonna shut it down immediately.
I'm gonna shut it down because I feel like I got a good judge of character. I feel like I feel like I have a decent judge of character. Dang, I didn't know that give bad advice.
Depending on the topic.
All right, so now I know. I got to think about y'all ideas first before I just shut them down.
If you go to her with business ideas, she got you. Don't come to me because I'm still working on them. Once I get them, then come. But go to her first.
What you say? Tap it. All right. So which one of us avoids emotions the most? I want to say both of us.
Avoids emotions? We don't. Both of us.
I don't. Only emotions we know how to have is happiness.
Yeah. And if you don't know how to have that, get over what your sadness that you're dealing with and keep it pushing. Because that's all you're going to have at the end. You can't be sad all throughout your life.
You can't dwell in sadness. No.
Mm-hmm.
You can't dwell in sadness or darkness. All of that. You got to.
You definitely can't go to Mama and cry because she ain't going to help.
Yeah, she don't do too much crying. We gonna talk about this. We ain't gonna sit here and cry about it.
Exactly.
But yeah, but I don't really. The Bible says be slow to anger. We try to be slow to anger. Anger can't do nothing but get you in trouble.
Yep.
So the only emotion we know to have is happiness, joy.
Yeah.
I'm going off of the Inside Out cast.
If it gets to that point where you feel like you get angry, you better figure out something else to do. Because once you get angry and you this color, I'm sorry, you this color, it might lead to another play.
No, I'm sorry. And y'all got to tell us what y'all think about these. Y'all got to put them in the comments below. So the first one, is closure necessary or self-created?
You got me thinking about stuff.
You got to think. You got to think.
Necessary.
Is closure necessary or self-created? If you go through a bad situation with somebody, is it important for you to let that person know you did me wrong, right? Mm-hmm. Is it important for you to let them know that you did me wrong? Or do you go on by yourself and you fix that problem yourself?
No, because in your head, you're going to create too many things, too many different versions of what happened.
And a whole bunch of scenarios.
Yeah. It's important to create that closure because it ain't just for you. It's for the both of y'all or whoever it is. If you're in an argument with somebody, you have to create that closure, especially if they're family, because you never know what's gonna be, when the next time you're gonna speak to them or when the next time you're gonna see them. Mm-hmm. And it's always family of everything. Mm-hmm. Yeah, y'all can say blood. No,
blood is thicker than water.
Yeah, but family of everything, especially depending on what you deal with that family.
Yeah, so, yeah, I feel the same way. Closure is necessary. And sometimes you have to create it. Sometimes people don't understand that, you need to apologize. Sometimes people don't understand that. They need that apology for themselves, too.
Yep.
Right? Should friends call each other out publicly or privately? This go for sisters, too. So if we out kicking it and one of us do something out the way, I ain't gonna let you know right then and there, but when we get back to this car,
yeah. If we're friends, that's private. Friends, family, anything, that's private. If you're close to me, I'm gonna pull you aside if it's that important. If you showing your tail that bad, like my grandma used to say, I'm gonna pull you aside. But if it's something that it's minor or something like that, I'm gonna call you later, make sure it's you by yourself, and tell you what's going on. Might even text you. If I text you and we can resolve it that way, that's it. But if I call, that means everybody gonna want to accord.
Is peace more important than honesty? For me, no. Honesty is more important than peace. Because I don't want you to tip me and say, hey, your shirt was cute when at the end of the day I was outside looking like a clown. Because I can go back in this closet and pick a different shirt.
Yeah. And even deeper than that, if we're family, we need to be honest with one another,
Mm-hmm.
regardless of what it is. Friends, family. If I see you on a day-to-day basis, we need to build that honesty. We need to build that trust, because peace gonna come with it.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
You can't lie to people and expect to be, peaceful in the end, because it's not gonna work.
That is true. She said peace comes with the honesty. I mean, it's gonna hurt in the end. It's gonna be like a little bee sting, but after it, what you say?
You be right.
No, you be all right. All right, y'all. All right, so you can move into some deep thought moments. Okay, so some questions that we got to think about that you can also think about too at home, right? And we just want to think about ways that we can not only fix these, but that we can help others. Okay, one of our first deep thought questions is, when do you feel most alone? When do you feel most alone? Right? So sometimes some of us feel alone in our minds, some of us feel alone physically, some of us feel alone just in general. Even with the way that we think, sometimes you may feel alone just with the way that you think. Right? So when do you feel most alone?
You go first. I don't know why she asked me.
All right. So when I feel most alone, I would say with the process of grieving, right? So some people don't, some people are there those first 2-3 weeks that everything happens.
Mm-hmm.
When you first get the call, and then those 2 weeks that you planning everything, and you want to, what's the colors, who got this, who's doing that, So those first 2-3 weeks, you don't really feel alone because everybody's calling, everybody's texting, right? Everybody, hey, how you doing? What you need? So then comes along that month. That month is gone. All right. In the beginning of that next month, you got to go back to work.
Yeah.
You got to go back to real life. You got to go back to making decisions, right? And even for like parents, you still got to go back to being a mother. You still got to go back to being a father, right?
Mm-hmm.
So with that, after that first month that everything happens, and then you drop back into reality, I think that's when I feel most alone. But thankfully, I got a twin. Whatever I go through, she go through. So, I say that's when I feel most alone. But y'all got to answer some of these questions too. Let us know in the chat. We can talk about it.
Yeah, we're going to have to talk about it. When she said I feel most alone, I'm like, I just came into this world with somebody.
That's a good question for twins.
When I feel most alone.
Mm-hmm. I was their friend. Not she.
If I had to say in this season, I'd say during now, because I deal with something medically, not being able to drive. So in that time, I have to put my trust in people to get me from point A to point B. Most times it's not family. So when it's not family, of course you're gonna feel like I'm trusting somebody else to get me here and there. Oh Lord, I feel alone.
Mm-hmm.
in those times I don't feel alone, because I can always talk and tell God, hey, you better get me somewhere safe, so I know where I'm at. But in actuality, I am alone because I don't know what could, or what could possibly happen.
Mm-hmm.
So that's another thing where you got to trust in God and let Him lead your path. Because that feeling lonely is detrimental to some people if you can't really take it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I said I done came into this world with somebody.
That's a lot of people. A lot of people slip into some things when they feel lonely.
Yeah. So luckily for me, it's just that, because some people, I know you deal with a lot because your area, and you can't really get away from it. So for me, luckily, thankfully, it's just a car ride where I feel alone because I don't have, the people I want beside me.
Yeah. So, what's something you're still healing from silently? Ooh. Okay. So something that you're healing from, but nobody else knows. And nobody else, either you don't want nobody else to know, or you just feel like it ain't nobody else's business. Right? So, I don't want to say for me, it's grieving still, because, even after what, Dad been gone, 7 years?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it goes
almost 10 years. It'll be 10 years next year. Almost 10, girl. And, it's still memories that come into your mind. It's still, people that come up and they say, hey, you look just like your daddy, all of that stuff. And you still got to go home and be like, oh, dang. Mm-hmm. That's something you still healing from silently, because not everybody knows. When you're grieving, not everybody know that, oh, she's still feeling, certain kind of way.
Grieving don't come with
but it's normal.
Yeah.
It's normal for people to just talk about, those things. Sometimes it helps, but sometimes on a bad day, it's like, bro, dang.
That's why I said, luckily, I just text her, hey, man.
So, do you think people really change or just adapt to their situation? I think you can do a bit of both. It depends on what kind of situation you're in, because not every situation needs that person to change totally. Mm-hmm. You just got to figure out how to make your way through. Mm-hmm. Right? So I just feel like you can change in a certain situation, and then you just have to adapt, or you just have to adjust in a different situation. Right?
I feel like people can change. It just depends on who they're around. Because once you have somebody, say you have one person around the same people for 5+ years, then you take that same one person and put them in another group and around five, 6 other different people for the same amount of years. Mm-hmm. They're going to eventually adapt to some changes from those people that they're with. Mm-hmm. Yes, some things may not change that they knew of, that they grew up on, but I feel like people can change, and hopefully change for the better. Yeah, not just for what the circumstance is. Like
in my mind, when you think about kids, how they act a certain way with a certain person. Mm-hmm. That's adjusting. That's adapting. Yep. Right. That's not totally changing, but I'm adapting. I know when I go with my grandma, I can act like that. Like I know when I go with my mama, I can do this, I can do that, I can eat here, but at my grandma's house, we got to sit at the table. Right. So it even started with children. Once you see that, oh, they do adapt, or they do change, but it's visible in them, but it's not as visible in adults. Because, you don't have to tell nobody else what to do. We're going to do a bit of a call out segment, right? So this is where we're going to pick out a strength and a weakness that we have in each other, right? That we notice in one another. Okay? And then it's our job to tell us how we can fix it. Right? Right? No, I don't think so. The way you was looking, she said, you right. I'm going to say a strength. I don't. So like we just talked about our dad, grandma, and aunt, losing them. One thing that I was not able to do was see them physically in their last stages of life. Right? It was hard. For me, it was like, oh, I can't see them like that. Now I don't want to see them at their weakest point. Right? So for me, I was like, I can't do that. She was able to do it. She was able to be there every step of the way. Yeah, I couldn't do that. I wasn't strong enough to do that. But everything afterwards, I got you. I could not do that. But I would say one weakness is twin likes to overthink. Overthink. And when I say overthink, I mean, y'all know Mount Everest. She's over Mount Everest thinking, right? But she'll literally have plans from point A to point B. A to Z, actually. You got everything figured out. It's just, where do I start? Right? Mind you got that in plan. You just got to do it. If you want it, you got to go and do it. Ain't no excuses.
You're right. Because I still have everything planned. Sorry. Excuse me. I still have everything planned to the T in my phone, and I'll go to her. Hey, what I need to do next?
Just do it.
And say right
like
now
Nike.
what you need to do next. But I'm like, but I want to hear from you what I need to do next.
It's there. It's there. Like, jeez.
I am in the process of doing it.
Okay. Look, thank you. Tap it.
Yeah, tap it. But for her as a weakness, don't be whispering to me. Weakness is me. That's a good question. Ooh, you're not.
Big dog.
She'll look at.
No. It's about to be like,
She don't care.
dang, that's a weakness?
No, I have to explain.
Oh.
Let me explain.
In my mind, that's a strength, dude.
Because with us, we're the oldest, and then we have younger sisters, cousins, going down the line. If one of them do something, it's like we the parents. One of them do something, and she say her first thing, they too old to be doing that foolishness. So I'm like, you're not gonna hear him out.
So listen. If you know what you're doing is wrong, okay? This goes for anybody. If you know what you're doing is wrong, why are you doing it? Right? If you know that the choices that you're going to make is going to affect you negatively, is going to affect people around you negatively, why are you doing it?
She say that, but everybody got to learn some kind of way.
But listen, if it walk like a duck, if it quack like a duck, right? What is it?
They don't know.
A duck.
How you know they can read and understand?
Baby, you can see.
Yeah, but she don't want to hear that understanding stuff.
Okay, wait. Our videographer, she got some input, right? So she said, but if you're the oldest, right? If you're the older sibling, you're supposed to help guide them through those things.
That's my point of view.
My issue is so for instance, if growing up, right, you are allergic to something, right? So when you 5 to 10, you stay away. If you're allergic to shrimp, 5 to 10, you can't eat it, right? Why when you turn 27, you want to try some shrimp lo mein, thinking something gonna change, right?
Change?
But you still want to try that shrimp lo mein, and then you go into anaphylactic shock, right? Did you not learn your lesson between the ages of 5 and 10?
Clearly they haven't.
My point is, if I give you the rule book, if I give you the instructions, if I guide you, and if I lead you those first 2 times, that third time you mess up, you're on your own. You ground chuck. You done.
But for me, I'm trying to understand. But why did you do that? Why would you do this? Why would you do that? Because I want to know. I don't want to know. Point of view. She don't care.
I don't want to know.
But that's me. I work. We both have worked with kids, so we trying to figure out, well, what the devil possessed you to do this. And if you say some foolishness, I'm gonna be on her side, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But if you come to me and say, well, this is what I was thinking, this is what I thought would happen, I'm gonna try to understand, and then I'm gonna tell you where you messed up at.
Yeah, I want to know.
Yeah, she don't want to do that.
I don't care.
But where she is positive at,
yeah, the strength and the weakness.
Where she is strong at, and she gonna get up and do whatever she wanna do. Meaning, if she wanna go and start her clothing line, she gonna do that. If she wanna get up and start her, right now she got a coaching. She coaches youth. She wanna get up and do that, she gonna do it.
Mm-hmm.
If she wants to, whatever she put her mind to, she gonna do it, and she gonna execute at it. So that's one thing I'm like, geez, I wish I could do that.
I get that from Big Mama. Big Mama.
And that's one thing I can honestly say from my mom. That's what she taught us is, whatever you want to do it while you have time. Mm-hmm. And not just her, my grandma, my my godmama. Whatever you want to do, you better do it now.
Do it.
Because ain't nobody else gonna do it for you.
You can't be scared to do it. All right, so real quick, a serotonin check. What's something that gave you serotonin this week? Something that made you happy, something that brought you joy, something that brought you peace. What is something that gave you serotonin this week?
This week, we spent time with every one of our siblings, every one of our kiddos, every one of our
some cousins,
we
some
had
aunties
and uncles. You know, we spent some time with them. So being able to spend time with them, and for a change, being able to actually pay for, you know, meals and stuff like that without, you know, God dang, I'm broke.
Oh yeah, without feeling some struggle.
Being fortunate enough to, you know, give them something, and then go on and, you know, tell them, hey, we got you whenever you need us.
Mm-hmm.
Now that made me feel, oh, then my little cousin talking about, hey, twin, y'all 30?
I mean, trying to eat me right on up, didn't she? Dog. I did not like that. No. And don't y'all ever think nothing like that. But I was gonna say the same thing. That's something that brought me happiness this week. Being able to spend time with family members and people that we don't see every day. You know, and that's important. Even though it's spring break, I know I've seen some people was acting the fool out in Houston. But when you stay home, when you stay home and you try and connect with family and you spend time with family, you get to learn some new things. And I feel like that was something that was very joyous for us this week. All right. Y'all, so we're going to wrap this up with a quick feel the moment type of thing. So we got some unpopular opinions for y'all, right? Our videographer came up with some of these. She probably came up with all of them. But, so, why you making her face? Ooh, what y'all gonna say in the comments? Y'all don't listen. We do things a little bit southern over here, okay? And then, on top of that, we do things with generations. So, some stuff we do, we learned it from the grandparents, right? So, respectfully, sugar does belong in grits. Mm-hmm. So if you say what you want to about that, what's on my plate is on my plate. I'm eating.
You gotta eat it.
You ain't gotta eat it. You can take your salt, pepper, and your butter. But sugar belong in grits.
And then sugar go in spaghetti.
Now I'm gonna say one thing about this one. It depends on who made that spaghetti and what they put in it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was just gonna say that, because if it's good without it, I'm gonna eat it.
Mm-hmm.
If you could have did better in that kitchen,
we gotta disguise that with something.
But I'm gonna have to cover it up with some sugar now.
Sometimes it'd be a little bit too salty.
Uh-huh.
It's too much seasoning, so we got to put some sugar in there to cut that out.
You got to balance it out.
Right? But sugar does go in spaghetti. We just want y'all to know that. Respectfully. Okay? Now, this one only some of us do, but
some.
Only some of us do, but
big on the some.
So when I say some, I mean like me and our videographer, okay?
Big on the some.
So when you're eating cereal, right? Milk and cereal, you gotta put ice in there. Yeah, you gotta put ice. The milk just don't be cold enough. The milk, and then you can't put milk in the freezer. It just don't hit right.
My teeth already sensitive.
So what we gonna do is, and this how I make my bowl of cereal. We got bowl, right? Then we got milk.
You put the milk in first?
I put the milk in first.
She's so backwards.
I do. And then I put ice and then cereal.
She is bougie.
Okay, but anyway, think about this. When y'all put that cereal in first and then that milk, and y'all go to stab in that bowl to mix up your cereal,
I'd rather stab it.
You're doing the same thing though.
But technically, generations.
I'm not. Listen, I'm not worried. I'm not worried about you. I'm starting something new over here.
Literally,
this is new.
I tried that one time,
but mind you, is it not the same thing? Y'all act like I put yogurt in the bottom or something. It's the same thing.
The same thing,
right?
My mind, I tried it one time and I got mad at myself. What is you doing?
It's the same thing. And y'all, I'm lactose intolerant, so you gotta be easy on the milk anyway.
So you leave the milk in the.
I make sure I know how much I put in there.
I leave the milk in the.
Okay, I make sure I know how much I put in there.
I'm with you on that part, but
okay.
Them steps.
And y'all don't come for me. Okay, I'ma still do it either way, whether y'all like it or not. What Tab say? That's my business. Okay.
You're right.
All right, so we're gonna talk about some self-awareness. What's something you're working on personally, right? What's something that you want to change about yourself, or something that you want to make better, right?
I'm actually working on my art. So I'm getting my art out there. I do digital prints, paintings, just regular drawings in my sketchbooks. So I'm just trying to make that craft better so that, I could be comfortable with posting. It's just one thing she be gonna be post it.
But when you think about it, why would you have all of this stuff, right? If you make jewelry, why would you keep all that jewelry in your house and you can only wear so much, right? When you can post it and be like, hey, I got this for sale. You can make money off of something that you like doing. Print. Hello.
It's not cluttering stuff. It's just on my iPad.
Print.
Yes, ma'am.
Right? If you got a gift and a talent, use it.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
That's how I feel.
In our last video, the little ice cube that was in the back, that's one of my 3D prints.
Mm-hmm.
So I do things like that.
And custom. If you got a little photo that you want done, send it on over and we'll send you an estimate. We'll get it out to you soon.
Pretty much. But that's one thing that I was talking about earlier when I have my steps down listed. Just do it.
It don't.
That's it.
It don't take all of that. Yeah. Just get it out there, bud. The one thing for me that I'm working on personally is controlling my mouth. Because sometimes, if my face don't say it, my mouth will. That hurt. So I'm working on speaking nicely to others when they come at me sideways.
The funny thing is, growing up, I was always the nice one and she was the mean twin. Now, Rose is slowly turning.
Slowly. I'll
be trying to hold my tongue. But something, they just be flying out and I can't take a bad one. I'm not apologizing.
We gotta control that mouthpiece. I know that's not just us. It's some of us out there too. Mm-hmm. So hold yourself accountable. We believe in you. You can make a change.
Okay. So if y'all in the group chat, right? This is fake scenario from our standpoint, but some of y'all might be pushing it in a real way.
The group chats be lit.
Yeah. So if your friend go MIA and they done got into a relationship, what you doing?
Well, go about your business, boo.
You was not gonna tell me to go about my
business. That's
business.
your business.
You was gonna jack me up.
Why? Now, okay, so if we had something planned and then you hit me with that, oh, I gotta go do da with such and such, problem. Because I was on your calendar first, right? I don't know if that's just me, but problem number one, if I'm on your calendar first and you change it, we got some issues.
She gonna call me and curse me out and say, why? Who is this person? Especially if she ain't met him yet. Well, what the devil is you doing?
Yeah, that's a problem. That's problem number one. All right, y'all. I like to send a lot of gifts. How you say that? GIFs, GIFs. I don't care how you say it. It's a picture that explains how I'm feeling at the moment. I like to send a lot of those.
It's GIFs.
It's a picture or a little quick clip of the way I'm feeling at the moment. And for me also with the group chats, if you respond with just the little the thumbs up thing, the little heart thing, I'm not responding to that. I don't know how to respond to that.
Them things make me mad.
I don't know how do you respond to that?
Who was it for?
And you can't be mad at me for not responding because I don't know what I was supposed to say. You thumbs up. Oh, thank you. What am I?
SJ has reacted to your picture. For what?
Mm.
React and then respond. Because I'm not.
Listen, if I react, there's some words coming behind it. or a quick clip. All right. So, all right, y'all. Thank y'all for sitting with us and chat with the twins today. So, y'all got to let us know. Answer some of those questions in the comments, Talk to us. Let us know. Send us some comments, some questions. Something y'all want to see or hear from us next. All right. So, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. All right. And y'all, thank y'all for chasing serotonin with us today. Don't forget to chase some serotonin throughout your week. Bye.